Hello and welcome to Equestria at War. We have finished with the Stalingrad campaign. It was a very good success. I can't say it was a great success because I didn't do everything I wanted to do, but it was a very good success. Now, I have not touched Equestria at War because I finished recording the Stalingrad campaign, and basically I had no reason to record a new one because I'm releasing it, as you can all see, once a week. But is this an April Fool's event? Or maybe they really did something with Warhammer 40k. If they did, major props. Have they changed this? I don't think they did. Anyway, someone in my recommendations, in comments, told me that I should play a specific nation in the Riverland Republic, and that is not Salt Lake City. Where's the? Okay, let me show you. They said I should play Wittenland. Where is Wittenland? Because I want to play a monarchy. There it is. Okay, so Kingdom of Wittenland. They recommended I play Kingdom of Wittenland, and there's some really cool stuff in it. And my idea is, well, we're going monarchy, so let's go full. Okay, I'm sorry if there's an echo. My room has just finished renovating, so not a lot of stuff is in my room. So if there's an echo, I'm sorry. Okay. Let me see if there's anything changed. I think. I mean, we're gonna come to the southern continent in due time. But first, let's see what is Kingdom of Wittenland. It's a white star. Okay, harmonic. I think that's also what these guys are, right? Yes. Okay. So we have harmonic. We have harmonic regime. So we are, I guess, a dictatorship of our kingdom. Next election, never. And ruling party is the Kolyovin Helen party. We are, yeah, there it is. We have mage nobles of Wittenland. That's what I was okay. I was going to go full magic, griffins, and all that, you know, fantasy stuff. So we have daily political power gain minus 0.15, consumer good factories 5%, stability minus 10, political advisory cost minus 50. Okay, unicorn technology research. Okay, race magic research speed. Okay, well, let's read the lore. Powerful and influential, the nobles of Wittenland, known as the Witten, are held to a high standard, not only because they hold vast tracts of land, of course, but also because of their unrivaled magical prowess. Even as Wittenland stagnated, incompetent nobles rose to power, and the lower classes became increasingly dissatisfied with their position. These peers remain a force to be reckoned with. They exert their influence in the Wittenagemot, an advisory assembly that over time began to rival the monarch in power. As a result, the nation is highly focused on everything unicorn, at the expense of other pony races, who are politely discriminated at best. Okay, sure. Treaty of Coldstream member. This state has signed the Treaty of Coldstream in 1898. The River Coalition was founded following Emperor Grover's second's destructive invasion and the continuous raids by neighboring griffins and deer. The founding members of the treaty were Lake City, Baccara, River Republic, and Nimbusia. Although the treaty has been mainly a defensive alliance since its inception, some politicians and their supporters advocate to expand the treaty to allow for more cooperation between the states of the River Coalition. The River Coalition is primarily a defensive alliance, therefore member states cannot join offensive wars unless they are waged by the coalition leader. Got it. Alright, let's see what Wittenland has for us. I'm excited to try monarchy. I never did monarchy in this game. All I did was Stalingrad, and I love Stalingrad because duh. So we're gonna do Wittenland now. I'm hoping for magic, fantasy, and lots of, I guess, unicorn supremacy in this time situation. I don't know. We're a kingdom. We're not much of a nationalistic empire. Or maybe we can grow to be a nationalistic empire. I don't fucking know. This is my first time playing Wittenland, so I have no idea. I'm going by the recommendations from the. Let me just check who recommended it. It sounds stupid for me every time to say. Where is it? Oh, I have to go to YouTube Studios. My bad. Let me just check it. And I don't have it on my phone. Are you actually You know what? No, I will check who said it. I will check. Sorry about the pause screen, but it will have to be. I will check who said it because I think they deserve the shout out. There we go. Comments. Where are you? Okay, there it is. It's a connoisseur. He is the one who recommended me the Wittenland because they do monarchy and clearly they are a monarchist. Alright. Old Mage Realm. Okay. The Monarch's Kingdom of Wittenland is ancient. It is the oldest nation in the Riverlands before the Lakish and Rijikin ponies and had even built their first towns. Oh, I like that. Okay, I like this kind of rebuilding the old I like it. The High Kingdom of Wittenland ruled the mountains and valleys of eastern Griffonia, stretched from the southern coast of the Aegis Forest. I have no idea where the Aegis Forest is, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're gonna have to take a lot. It was a kingdom ruled by powerful unicorn mages who formed the meritocratic upper class of society, and their mastery of the arcane was unrivaled. But that was over a millennia ago. In an age almost forgotten since then, other empires have risen and fallen, while Wittenland faded to relevance. Its meritocracy crumbled as the mages became a decadent hereditary aristocracy who were content with living a luxurious life in their mountain castles. Other unicorns, as well as the Earth Pony and Pegasus minorities, were forced into serfdom to feed their mighty masters. Wittenland became an isolated, backwards realm. Over its long history, it was attacked by the Griffins of the west and the Ponies of the north. Yes, it was only conquered once by the Grand Prince Blessed Sword of Lake City. This defeat in 66 BLB brought an end to the golden age of Wittenland and hastened its decline. Only in 353 ALB did Wittenland break free, led by the heroic King Hasil II, the Lake Pony Slayer. Wow! Who hired deer mercenaries from a distant land to drive out the Lakish oppressors. Afterwards, the deer were granted the southern peninsula known as Ostland. Oh, that one. Oh, it was all of this. Wow. As a reward, it said Hazel was the last good king of Wittenland. After gaining independence, slowly but surely Wittenland's territory shrunk. Control of the southern coast was lost within centuries, as it was overrun by corsairs and barbarians. Poniathian's tribe became a de facto independent. In 807, the Principality of Rijekograd seized Coldstream and even tried to besiege High Main, but failed to take it and suffered heavy losses in the process. This sowed seeds of distrust, so when the River Coalition formed in 1898 ALB, Wittenland cared little until Griffin Cossacks managed to burn Evenhorn to the ground. Afterwards, Wittenland was quick to join the coalition, although it did little to deter the raiders. In 1967, the southern hills of Berad were lost as Ambrosius carved his own de facto independent realm. This stage of decline did not go unnoticed. White Star, a mage noble mayor, decided she had to take action to save Wittenland and its suffering ponies. In 994, with the support of the Assembly of Nobles, the Wittengemot, she challenged the ruling corrupt king to a magical duel. He stepped down and fled instead of accepting the challenge. Since then, White Star has passed numerous progressive modernizing reforms, freeing the serfs, restoring meritocracy, and kickstarting industrialization. However, the more conservative mage nobles, led by Lord Wulfric, oppose her reforms and conspire against her in the shadows. I got it. We have to read this because now we're playing Griffonia. The region of Eastern Griffonia is defined less by strict geographical boundaries and more by the Griffonian Empire's historical lack of influence in the region. As such, it covers a large part of the Griffonian continent, and several races besides Griffins live in these lands. Eastern Griffonia is traditionally divided into three sub-regions: the Evi Valley in the south, where Griffins live along the Evi River and its many tributaries. The Riverlands, a mountainous region populated primarily by ponies, but also by diamond dogs and griffins. And lastly, Bergofards, also known as Hillland, home of the secluded hill ponies. The source of the mighty Grifking River lies in the mountain of the Riverlands. From there it flows westward, almost splitting the continent in two. Another notable feature in the region is the magical Aegis Forest, rumored to be home to giant spiders. Ooh. Overall, the nations of the region are less developed than those in the west, primarily due to how far away it is from Equestria and other advanced nations. Of the three sub-regions, the Riverlands are the most developed. Here, 7 pony nations and more recently Diamond Mountain are united by a defensive alliance known as the River Coalition. In the western Riverlands, there are 2 Griffin nations outside of the coalition, Heliquil and Longsword, remnants of the Grand Crusades of Emperor Grover II. The southern coast of the Riverlands has 3 nations such as, which sprung up after law and order deteriorated in the region. The diverse populace of ponies, zebras, deer, and griffins, the Evi Valley to the south is more backwoods, whereas griffins cling strongly to their traditions. Some, however, want change, and already Broadfield is engulfed in a brutal civil war against the communists of the Griffin Liberation Army in the north. The hill ponies have no such desires to embrace modernity. Their tribes are like a time capsule of bygone age, with tribal chieftains holding to power under the protection of the river coalition. Off the coast there is the island of Graincliff, home of the changelings who so far have remained isolated from the outside world. The collapse of the Empire brought many changes to the region. The main antagonist of the river coalition is gone, and it must now redefine its identity. This sounds like NATO. Its identity. Some push for federalization, while others want the coalition to be a thing of the past. The Evi Valley broke free from the rule of the Empire, but suffers from instability. Its reforms are not made soon. The backwards Griffin nations will collapse in on themselves, and a red star will rise from the ashes of old. The hill pony nations are less oppressive, but some ponies push for the embracement of modernity regardless. The winds of change are blowing in the east, but none can yet say what kind of change they're bringing. Alright, mechanics. I think we already read it. Yeah, we did. Alright, and then change. Ooh. Okay, so date. What? I guess it's the 24th of. Huh? Wait, what? What is this date? Doesn't matter. Okay, so reprocess content for Griffin Empire, Griffin Republic, Equestria, outsourced, augmentations. Okay, sure. Alright, so I cannot use my WSD keys. Alright, what do we want to do? I think we want to. Oh, for fuck's sake, sorry, my headphones. I have a new setup, and sometimes my headphones just stop working. They just stop working. Alright, we're back. How do we do this now? What do we go? Okay, let me see my development. Where's my infrastructure? Am I stupid? I guess so. I mean, we do have a railroad from there to there. I mean, okay, that's not bad. Oh, there's the infrastructure. Ooh, we are bad. All right, let's look at the first. Oh, she looks majestic. All right, what do we have here? Substantial science base. We're shit. Industrializing society. Okay, not bad. Modest literacy. That's fine. Moderate poverty, that's less good. And we are pony. Alright. What laws do we have? We have the politics of the Riverland. Race to reform the River Federation. Okay. Started the Great Library. What does this do? Wittenland is a nation of unicorns, and many of them are powerful mages. By pulling their power together, they can potent spells with defensive effects. Legend says unicorns once raised and lowered the sun and moon. After all, though we are unable to accomplish such a feat any longer, we can use our magic for various purposes, both beneficial and harmful. I see. Alright, then we have reorganized supply networks, and we have commanders, civilian trains. So we got jack shit basically, except this one. This is like formed the river. We don't want to form the River Federation, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Alright, let's see the. Ooh, it's a big one. It is a big one. Alright, so what do we have here? We have the review the okay, it's our military. We have the next stage of reforms. Centralize the banks, land redistribution, integrate noble breeds, or reorganize the tech okay, what is this? One of the traditional obligations of the nobility to raise a militia of free ponies to defend their homeland against Cossack raids. Such a method of conscription has served Wittenland well in the past, yet these days it is becoming increasingly necessary for the state to control all military measures. So shall be. Add integrated fields, which grants mobilization speed plus 10%, recruit population plus 1%. Alright. Curtail privileges of the nobility. Having slowly worked towards strengthening my own position with the support of the burghers and the monasteries, I see that it is reasonable to commence with eliminating the most excessive prerogatives the Witten possesses. Although many do not exercise their right, it is a key method by which Wulfric's clique continue to oppose my reforms. Replace empowered monarchy with privileges curtailed. Okay, got it. And then we have this cooperation with the monasteries. Oh, I see. And it goes to modernizing the education system, limit the power of the Witten, and then we have here. Okay, what is this? As Wittenland declined over the centuries, so has the number and organization of the Tagmata, the elite regiments which were traditionally recruited from the high classes. The peers have grown distasteful of the idea to serve, their international duty, and pursuing. Okay, I want this. I actually want. If we want to defend ourselves without. Okay, reforms are needed. Yeah, I want this. I think I want like the high class, like quality over quantity, basically. A new meritocratic bureaucracy. Wittenland's bureaucracy is carefully arranged hedge maze, one tended by its noble occupants. It's always been such, with the pony's skill in handling matters of state varying drastically. For Wittenland to advance forward, this ossified structure requires a significant change, most notably a larger increase in payments and expanding the employees' criteria to every pony who is capable. Replace it with reformed bureaucracy, which production cap and conscription law, while this is daily political power gain consumer good factories. Oh, I see. So this is me going with the nobles. Okay, I see. Then White Star Code. And then what do we have here? We have the establish a royal judiciary, form diplomatic corps, save the ponies of Barad. The fate of Barad, propose. Oh, I have. Okay, so it's a choice between. Actually, it's not a choice between two. The Queen's speech, pacify the West, approach the Cossacks. I think this is better. Gave up. Okay, yes. Torchbearers of Liberty. I don't care about this actually. What about this one? Establish a royal judiciary, introduce the Rajak alphabet, protect the workers, a caring state, grassroots diplomacy, a democratic vitamin, a form of parliament. Oh no, I don't want that. How do I change this? I don't want this. I don't want her to be in power. Can I change who is in power? Okay, hold up. There has to be some hidden thing, right? I'm not missing this, am I? Okay, maybe through events. I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way, if it's not clear. Alright, so I did Pushka Alt FM6. Okay, sure. We're gonna go with this. Monthly population, supply consumption, please and thank you. We're gonna go with Pegasus divisions, because I want to go magic. Wait, hold up. We need production and we need construction. There we go. Now let's civilian factories, right? How about infrastructure? Wait, okay. Is there a focus that gives you infrastructure? It gives me civilian factories, magic industry, national education. Oh, there it is. It gives me railways. I don't want railways, I need infrastructure. Nothing gives me infrastructure. Alright, we're gonna build some. We're just gonna build some infrastructure. I think we need it. Like, this needs to be 5. So where are my big cities? High Main is a big city. Kalkrod is a big city. Wittenberg is a gigantic. Okay, so basically all my territories are big cities. I don't like that, but this is the best one. Like, let's go with resources. Like, this is a base. This is a base. There we go. We're gonna leave. Wait, what? Wait, I can build in the whole. Wait, what? I can build everywhere? Am I the leader of the coalition? Now I'm confused. Who is the leader? Okay, let's just be a little bit nationalistic and focus on my stuff. I don't know what to do. But for many years, my attempts to reform Wittenland have really been stymied to the vulnerable Lord Lofric of Cremessia and his noble lackeys. To open act against them would be lower my own support. Next move must be carefully deliberate. Only then can my home become a model of contemporary times. I do not want that. Okay, so what is this? It's a communist, supremacist, Anhorn Beldras, and then there's the Wittengemont Atelagias. Non-aligned Wolfrid Grey. Honoria Goldmane. Alright. I have no idea what to go for. Let me see, because now I'm kind of relying on what the dude said. I want to see, where is it? I want to see what did he say about my chances of like playthrough. Okay, so what is this? So real quick. Okay. The monarchy, let's actually consider. Yeah. Okay. Alright, I think I have to go to the wiki. Wittenland, there we go. Let's see what we have for Wittenland. Oh, Wittenland Paps, there we go. Thank you so much. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see what it is. This was pretty easy. Okay, now I'm kind of confused. I'm so confused right now. Wait a minute. Okay, I think we're gonna go with Lord Wolfric. It seems like he's the one that kind of is going full on monarchy shit. I don't want. I mean, I want reforms, but I don't want those kind of reforms. So I don't know how this works now. Do I go with the next stage reforms? Like, how does this work now? I'm kind of confused. I don't know where I'm going. I guess we're gonna go with this. I don't know. Like, get my army going. There we go. Like, I don't know what to do. Wait, what are my factories? What am I building even? Oh. Okay, there you go. Okay, so what is this? What is this? A delegation from Riekograd arrived in the royal castle and delivered an invitation to Queen Whitestar herself. She was called and invited to attend a summit of all River Coalition members at Coldstream, where the foundational treaty has been signed all those years ago. Whitestar herself was eager to take part, having always been an advocate of seeking close ties with other coalition members. But word spread quickly, and soon enough, the Wittenland issued a protest. Led by Lord Wolfric of Chimera, Whitestar, former supporter and long-time nemesis. The more conservative major nobles requested the Queen to refuse the invitation. They said that it was in fact a thinly veiled insult from the River Republic, as Coldstream had once belonged to Wittenland, but was ceded to the Riekans after the brutal war. Knowing that, but the coalition itself was a defensive alliance, and clearly there was no major threat facing any of the member states. Therefore, the summit seemed to have no purpose and would literally be a waste of time. Okay. How do I get the dude? I like the dude. How do I get the dude? I was thinking like maybe we can make her be more, I guess, pro Wittenland, but I don't want to go to a union. Fuck that shit. We're gonna conquer everyone. Why the fuck would I want to go? So these guys are wait. Down the stream, the royal entourage of Queen Whitestar departed the capital in the morning mist. Escorting Her Majesty to Coldstream to attend the summit, the group traveled on a luxurious river barge down the Grifking River, and many commoners gathered on the banks of the river and on their own boats to witness the procession. Whitestar herself stood on the deck of the ship, gazing at Wittenberg behind her. While she was gone, there was nothing to stop Wolfric or her other opponents from trying to take over, except a Wittenlandic tradition. The only legitimate way to become monarch was through a duel, and as much as Whitestar disliked Wolfric, she had to admit he was honorable. So she hoped her fears were unfounded and turned to look ahead towards Coldstream. When the Queen and her entourage arrived at Coldstream's river decks, they received a warm welcome by River Swirl herself, Riekograd. Her city was on the opposite shore to this place, so this place must have felt like second home to her. Whilst Whitestar thought she wouldn't be willing at all to ever see the town back to its original owners, and for good reason. But as she looked at the town itself, she could clearly see Wittenlandic architecture and other signs of her culture, even if it was buried under the Riekan one. In the end, she thought it should be the ponies of Coldstream who decide which nation they belong to instead of any outsider. At the meeting of River Swirl, Whitestar met with the other attendees of the participation nations, always acting politely and calmly. He was speaking to King Rover of Diamond Mountain, who was similar to Wolfric in many ways. If the coalition was to stay together, the leaders would have had to put aside their differences and work together, no matter the... Fuck that shit, man. I don't want a fucking coalition, I want to form an empire. The old Emperor of Wittenland, I guess. Together at last. I guess we're gonna have a lot of reading. The delegation of Coldstream Summit has all arrived in time and were welcomed by Chancellor River Swirl, Mayor Springtime Forest from Lake City, King Grimfon of Deponia. Deponia, really? President Waterlily of the Baccaran Republic, King Rover Diamond Shield. Oh, that's a good nickname. Of Diamond Mount, or last name, I guess. Diamond Mountains, especially accommodated by his daughter, Princess Molly, Queen White Star of Wittenland, Strategos Pegisles of Nimbusia, and finally, fuck my life, Tausiech Crimson, Nickhart of the Ponaitian clans. A lavish state dinner was thrown at the old castle of Coldstream and co-hosted by Chancellor Riverswirl and the Coalition General Reporter. From all accounts, it was a joyous occasion with a few toasts being thrown. The evening continued with the traditional ball. Not all leaders attended. Strategos Pegiclus, who had already barely partaken at the state dinner, went to bed early, while King Rover Diamondshield went back to his apartment but was represented by his daughter Molly. The ball, attended by many honored citizens from all the coalition, opened with what could have been a diplomatic faux pas. The opening dance was supposed to feature leaders dancing in duels, left Waterlily hanging due to the early departure of Pegiclus, yet Princess Molly spontaneously offered the Baccaran president to dance with her, and King Griffon, though awkward, the dance endeared the crowd and the fashion journalists in attendance. More groom was Mayor Frost, who was seen dancing at the end of the ball with Chancellor Swirl, after having spent the majority of the evening riding in an alcove. Finally, the night ended on a demonstration of Anantine techniques by Crimson Nickhart and her entourage at the request of Princess Molly, drawing many cheers before all leaders finally went to bed to get some much-needed rest before the race. Okay. Okay. After the formal opening of the summit, White Star was active in participating in numerous meetings and speeches that were held, taking an active, if somewhat reserved, part in discussions. She had promised to Wulfric and other nobles to not make promises and to protect Wittenland's interests, so she had to remain silent when she wanted to speak, and vice versa. At the main meeting, she requested member states safely away from the coalition's border to take a more active part in defending Wittenland, as the Griffonian Cossacks have been rather bold in their raids in recent years. Afterwards, she attempted to sign a fair economic deal with Lake City, which Springtime Force unfortunately had to reject. Vladimir refused to promise any development aid to Ponaitian, but said that the matter could be discussed later. And lastly, attempted to bring up the Coldstream question with River Swirl. However, when she saw how the River Pony was in good mood, she didn't want to ruin it, and only had a surface level talks with her, not resulting in the Wittenland claim the region at all. At the end, White Star felt rather frustrated and thought she had only succeeded at doing what Wulfric had wanted to do, that is, doing nothing meaningful. Perhaps next time. Okay. So where is that? Where is that city? Where's the... Huh? The summit consisted of a flurry of meetings, and many of which allowed for bilateral deals to be made. However, there was one main event, the plenary meeting, from which conclusions would be drafted, the summit's final declaration. Each spoke. River Swirl, as this year's horse, opened with a cheerful, if timid speech. Strategos Pegicles spoke next, putting the meeting in a foul mood with his strict interpretation of the treaty at his defense of hereditary against perceived criticism. King Griffon, followed by the trying to appease and rearrange discussion towards the issue of the West and the slaughter in Longstone. President Waterlily pounced on this and spoke of moral leadership and the need to prevent such atrocities. Queen White Star also condemned Longsword, but focused on Griffin raids and remained uncontroversial. Tausiech Crimson Nickhart advised a closer look to the south at the crimes committed in Austerland and Barrett, as well as the... This is fucking European Union! Oh, we have to burn to the ground then. Mayor Springtime Frost remained to speak. It felt as the summit would end on a bad note, and yet the quiet mayor insisted to give a passionate speech about his pain regarding the atrocities committed west and south, the importance and beauty of democracy, and his desire to see the coalition form closer ties. His final speech caused a pause among the attendees. Sure, yeah, we're gonna definitely have to burn this motherfucker to the ground. There's the coal stream. This is mine. Time to get everything back. Fuck this shit. Today, the Coalition General Report released the agreement drafted by... Fucking no, I don't care. Let me drink my coffee. The summer had been rather tiring for the queen, yet she was not glad to return home at last. She was not too glad. Oh, she gotta go. At least there had been no reports of any coup attempts, so she could stop worrying about that. Nevertheless, she had to go back to deal with the political intrigues of her country, always trying to stay one step ahead of Lord Wulfric. She tried to motivate herself by thinking what the purpose of it all was. One day, she finished all of her reforms, fully liberalize and modernize her backwards nation and bring welfare and... Fuck that shit, man. We want an empire. We don't want fucking pussy shit. Time to bring everyone to the heel. Come on, man. I mean, for fuck's sake, might as well go full Stalingrad and say fuck the monarchy. Let's go communist. I mean, for fuck's sake. You might say, what's the point of modernization then? Like, oh, it's been half an hour. I'll just say this: what's the point of like modernizing and liberalizing if you're still gonna be a monarchy? At that point, might as well just chop off the head. Like, what are we talking here? Come on. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the. I mean, it's not even an interactive video. I hope you enjoyed my reading. I hope I was not too loud on the mic. If it was, I'm sorry. If you enjoyed the reading, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. I greatly appreciate the support. Goodbye.